What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the orange Piccolo from the latest Ichiban Kuji, Dragon Ball vs. Omnibus Brave. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on Orange Piccolo from the Dragon Ball Super movie, Superhero. The figure seems based on his giant battle with Cell Max at the climax of Dragon Ball Super, Superhero. This figure's in Ichiban Kuji release, so if you'd like to learn more about Ichiban Kuji, check the video in my description below once this review's done. If you're also interested in buying this figure, then I suggest checking out the other video in my description once this review's over. This figure was released on October 27th, 2023, along with the rest of the Ichiban Kuji set. The figure stands at about 10.5 inches, weighs 4 pounds 4.7 ounces in box, weighs 3 pounds 6.6 ounces on his own, and the figure comes whole with his support. I got this massive boy right here in my hands, and you know, I do like this figure quite a bit, but I have some thoughts. that I do want to cover, and maybe I'll see some things as we talk about it. So as a character choice, I will give this a 4 out of 5, just like I did the Beast Gohan, because again, we've already gotten an Orange Piccolo from Ichiban Kuji this year. I do like that it is him in his giant form, plus he's battle damage, so he looks different, which also the Beast Gohan, that one doesn't have battle damage as opposed to the Omnibus Beast, which does have battle damage. But this one's a lot more dramatic, right? His shirt's been ripped off, and it's very apparent that he's bigger. You saw, if you haven't seen in my comparisons already, he's bigger than the Masterlise Orange Piccolo from Omnibus Beast. So I do like that. But character choice is a 4 out of 5, just because, yeah, we already got an Orange Piccolo this year, so it would have been nice if maybe we got a buffer, but I know Bandai is going to try and push and market these new forms and characters as much as possible and as soon as they can. So it is what it is. Not a bad choice. I like Orange Piccolo. In fact, I think it's one of my favorite forms introduced in Dragon Ball Super, right behind Ultra Instinct. And Piccolo is my third favorite character, so I'm glad he finally got the power boost and some recognition in a really great movie. Finally, right? So now let's talk about the likeness. The likeness, I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5, so it's not bad. My prize B, and by the way, obviously we're talking about the last one prize and the prize B. They're the exact same figure besides a couple things which we will talk about, but the prize B figure that I got has a small QC issue with his teeth. They put a paint line on one of his teeth, and I think one of his sharp teeth on the side got kind of chipped, which is a little disappointing, but it's not really, really bad where you can notice it. You guys probably didn't even notice it as I was, showing footage and stuff. So, but you can tell when you look at my last one prize, but you have to kind of really look for it. But that's not my issue with it. I just think there's something a little bit off with his face as compared to the Omnibus Beast Piccolo. This one's it's not bad at all. The likeness is a 4 out of 5, which is still a good rating. I just think there is something off about it. I think it might be his nose. Maybe his nose is a little too big or something, or maybe it's too small. I'm not quite sure, and I can't put my finger on it, but there does seem to be something a little off about his face. Maybe it's his eyes. I'm not sure, but I don't think they captured his likeness perfectly. But he's not bad. I think he does look good, and obviously him being angry, and the sculptor for this is the same sculptor who did the Back to the Film Broly, the History of the Film Broly, the Cell Max, the Full Power Cell from Omnibus Great. You can tell he has a particular style, and because the last one prize is the exact same thing that they did with the Back to the Film Broly, you can instantly tell it's the same guy. So he does a pretty good job with these more monstrous characters. He doesn't really do too well with human characters, in my opinion, but he does add a little bit of realism and the veins and the very detailed muscles and very ripped up pants and stuff to these figures. So I can appreciate that for this figure. But as for the sculpt itself, so I will give the sculpt a 5 out of 5. Yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. I had to look the figure over a little bit. It's a great sculpt. Has great details for his muscles, all the veins around his body. It has the detail that you really expect from an Ichiban Kuji, and then obviously, it being just this size and having so much detail about it, I can really appreciate that. So I really do appreciate the job that he did there. There's not a whole lot more I can say. You can see the details of his muscles on his abs. You can see all the rips on the pants and everything. You can even see the battle damage. You can see his skin poking through his pants too, which is just a really nice attention to detail. And he put little details around his shoes and everything that you can see when you take a closer look at it. So I can appreciate that. Paint and shading. So for the prize B, paint and shading is a 5 out of 5. No question about it. There's nothing wrong there. But holy crap, paint and shading for the for the last one prize, I'm gonna give that like a 2 out of 5, because it's one thing to just make it a lazy... They just recolored the pants and the shoes. Like, why just the pants and the shoes? Like, I don't understand why, like, an orange Piccolo figure would have, like, shiny pants and shoes, especially if, you know, it's a last one prize, so that's kind of lame. But, you know, the B prize has wonderful shading on his pants. He's got shading on his skin. The paint is really bright. So he looks really good. But then when you put it next to, like, the last one prize, it looks very tacky, very cheap. It looks stupid. Like, if you were going to do this whole glossy thing, you should have just done, like, the whole figure. Like, I don't care. Go balls to the wall. It might have looked kind of cool if the whole thing was glossy, but it just looks dumb. And it looks cheap, and it looks... I don't like the way it looks. So, I think the B prize is painted and shaded perfectly, and the last one prize is just like the glossy pants just bring it so down, dude. Like, I do not recommend picking up the last one prize, obviously, just because of that, and especially because this thing is available. So just get prize B. Save your money, don't get the last one prize, for real, unless it's gifted to you or something. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Size and scale is perfect between both, obviously. I think the only difference between both is the paint and shading, right? So size and scale is perfect. He's big. He compares really well. He's even bigger than the Masterlise Omnibus Beast. They're about the same height, like, together. However, this orange Piccolo is, like, bent down, so I bet if he, like, stood up, he'd be taller. So scaling-wise, you can tell he's bigger. But yeah, he pairs really well with, like, the cell backs on my shelf as a big figure in the back that kind of towers above everybody. So I really appreciated that. Like I said, I think this is definitely a Masterlise Extra. I think Bandai is abandoning King Cluster and Masterlise Extra by name, because the Cell Max was clearly a Masterlise Extra, the Full Power Cell was clearly a Masterlise Extra, and this is clearly a Masterlise Extra, and they're just calling them Masterlise. So there might be some licensing things that they don't want to pay for anymore, and maybe they just want to stick to one name, or they might have thought that caused confusion for people, so they just did Masterlise. But size and scale is good. He is Masterlise Extra height and scale, so you can definitely look at that. But yeah, I really like this orange Piccolo. Now that I'm talking about it out loud, I had it in my head. I had it a little bit lower than some of the other figures, but I really like this. I think he's certainly one of the better ones in the set, so I will give this one a 4.5 out of 5. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, please remember to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and of course, share this with a friend, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget that we're doing a monthly giveaway. These are our prizes that we're doing this month for the giveaway, so make sure you become a YouTube member today, hop into the Discord server, and take part in our giveaway on this date. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.